So guys, you have the text number 310-359-0927. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go 40 minutes. We have a few questions. I have a topic that I want to talk about. I want to give you guys a preview of our mastermind. So we're gonna have our first driven mastermind ever. It's gonna be in Vegas, and
so exciting.
It's really exciting. And to do events like this, you really have to prepare a lot. And not only that, you have to organize and plan. But what I tell Syl all the time is, and I've told you guys a lot. So let me just let Steph make sure that that's running good.
Feels good out here, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
And put the videos on. We're good?
Here's our driven family. I'm so excited. ¿Cómo me veo, Dani? ¿Bien? Ay, me arreglé como en 15 minutos. Qué flojera.
Guys, please just don't unmute yourself, because then we're going to come on. Okay, perfect. Albert, can you talk to me?
Yeah, we're good. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me, David? Awesome. All right, so please wait till the 40-minute mark. Steph's going to be behind the scenes, and she's going to pick maybe 3 or 4 of you guys, so you guys can ask us the questions, and we could go live. Now, if you have any good questions so that you could get selected, put your question under the chat, and then Steph's going to pick five of you guys. So let me get started. One of the things that are really important for events like this, Driven Mastermind. It's our first ever Driven Mastermind, and Danny's gonna like this one. But Driven Mastermind, Driven Event, Driven Bootcamp. It's always a lot of work and a lot of extra stuff that happens behind the scenes, where people are stressed. There's a lot of pressure, and it's chaos. It's chaos. However, besides planning and organizing, which Syl likes to talk about, so Syl likes to say that she plans and organizes everything.
Like to say it.
So she does it. But one thing that we all have to be clear on is, if we don't sell tickets, if we don't get people, there is nothing to organize or plan for. You're going to plan and organize an empty event with no people. So you always have to have somebody that's going to be the loud mouth, the guy that's going to be like, let's do it, let's push, and let's get people in the room. Or else, what are you going to plan for? What are you going to organize? 2 people in the stadium? You can't do that, babe. So it's very important. Number one, sales. Sales is king. Without sales, you have no business, you have no events, and you have nothing. We're expecting over 300 people in this Driven Mastermind. That's gonna turn into this big birthday bash, like one of the biggest birthday bashes in the history of mankind. She's putting it
dramatic.
Together. You're putting that event together, but I'm creating all the people that are coming. So
what I tell him is, there's no I in team. It's called teamwork, right? You can bring as many people as you want, but if there's no alcohol, there's no venue, there's no freaking food. It's like
you look
so
beautiful
much
today, by the way.
Thank you. There's so much that goes behind all these things, and like I tell him, it takes a lot, like, for everybody. Steph is like doing RSVPs, we're like blasting marketing. It's like crazy, but we're celebrating our birthdays together. Are you excited? I can't believe I'm gonna be 34, guys. Like, I cannot believe it.
I'm really excited. So let me just tell the people how it started, like, before I get into a little preview of the Driven Mastermind. I think all of you, for the most part, are going to be part of this Driven Mastermind. It's going to be amazing. One of my best friends, Brad Lee's going to be there. He's going to arrive there, and we're going to have a solid 3 hours of non-stop value. You guys are going to probably make at least $2 million when you guys leave that mastermind. At least, guaranteed.
If you take action.
Of course,
not just magically.
Because let me tell you something. There's probably a few people here, I think 34 or something like that. But when you go to an event, one of my favorite phrases that I like to say towards the end, or my closeout sentence, is, there are 1,000 people in this room. 1,000 people. We got David, we got Edgar, we got Richie, we got Elizabeth, and we got I can't see everybody on the screen, but we have so many people. Let's just say we have 1,000 people that are watching right now. Okay, we got 1,000 people that are watching this, and I just gave a presentation for an hour where I showed you so many things, and I gave you so many tools to go out there and attack and make millions, like I have done. So when people like me are talking, when people like Syl are talking, you're gonna have Brad Lee there. Make sure you guys are writing notes. Make sure you guys have your paper, your pens, and make sure you guys are off your phones texting people and getting distracted, because you have all day to get distracted. You have all day to be on your cell phone and all that stuff. But out of 1,000 people, let's just say out of 1,000 people that are watching this, two of you guys watching this are gonna do something great with your lives. And I'm talking great. Maybe all of you are gonna do average. Some of you are gonna do 100K, and maybe a few more are gonna do 250,000. But let me tell you this: only two of you, maybe one of you that are watching this, 1,000 people that are watching this, are probably gonna be great, and they're gonna create something great. I'm talking about 1 billion or billions. Maybe one of you guys, maybe two, but I think one. So that's what you have to think about. Am I gonna be, because it's a numbers game. 1% are the people that make X amount. 99% are people that are average. They're all average. They're all making average income. They have an average life. They live paycheck to paycheck. They don't think big. And out of those 1%ers that are going to be big, like 10% of those are going to be even greater, like greats. So you got to think about that. How am I going to do that? Well, let me tell you what I did this morning, and I want Syl to add to it, because we had a really long day. But if you notice, we're not talking about what's going on. We're not talking about COVID. We're not talking about the riots. We're not talking about the looting and all that crap, because we don't want to get distracted with how much momentum we have. Yeah. Today we had another big closeout day, by the way. We closed a lot of deals today. We closed real estate and mortgage loans, and it was up there. The number was up there. So I'll tell you the number later, but it was a big day. Why? Because we keep momentum. We don't get distracted with the curfews and all this stuff. So this is the last thing and the only thing that I'm going to talk about, all that negative stuff. So don't even touch it, please. We are good on that. But let me tell you how I started my day. I woke up today at 2 a.m. And let me tell you why I did that, because I have something called the 10-minute rule. My 10-minute rule is, if I wake up and if I take a long piss, longer than usual, and then I can't go back to sleep because I had a lot of liquid that was coming out, then I can't go back to sleep. I'm not going to go back in bed and roll for 40 minutes because it's 2 a.m. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get up and start producing, start attacking, start accumulating a win, even if it's a small win. I finish this win. I finish this task. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. It's little wins that are leading up to momentum that's getting built. Yeah. So when Syl wakes up, as you heard in the previous, I'm not going to get into that again because I don't want her screaming at me. But when she wakes up, I already completed like 50 tasks. I already had a whole entire day.
And when he's taking his nap, like before this, I have already done like 30 other things.
I lay down for 30 minutes, okay? Because I woke up at 2 compared to her 8. So 30 minutes. And you know why I did that? Because I needed to recharge, because I filmed. How many videos did I film? How many things did I do? Like I said, 50 tasks before you woke up. But I'm not saying that to minimize you, because you are super powerful and you do a lot of things. Because I heard you were on the phone before this. You were like running around like a chicken and doing a lot of really productive things. So you are great. And without you, like, I wouldn't be here. So you're amazing. But I was talking to the people about the 10-minute rule. Like, if you want to be successful, then you got to wake up sometimes at 2. Sometimes I wake up a day in advance. Like, I wake up at 11:46 p.m.
Those are the days he goes to sleep at 1 p.m., by the way.
I never go. My earliest time that I've gone to sleep has been like 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So, having said that, why don't you tell people how productive was your day today? How many things did you accomplish?
So, guys, look, this is something that I invite all of you to look at. We're all different. See, I have mom roles. He has CEO, dad, man of the house roles. We're all different. I do a lot. Like, some days I'm like, holy man, like, it's so much. But you have to understand that you have to stay productive. You have to keep going. Like, we wake up and it's nonstop from there. And I know moms can understand, because I don't have help till 8 a.m. and I don't wake up at 8, for the record. I wish I could wake up at 8. That would be amazing. Actually, 7:30 is good enough. So I'll wake up whenever the girls wake up, which is normally like 6:30. It just depends. And yes, I like to lay lay in my bed and roll around in bed. I do, and that's okay because I'm super productive as my day goes along. Like, I talk to so many people. It's so much energy, so much effort. And I'm the type of person that I'm just like, do. And I like to do things super fast. I talk super fast because I know how important time is. And I do want to spend quality time with my daughters. Right now, I haven't had the chance. Like, I've been nonstop from the minute I woke up. And today, did Italia sleep in? I think she slept in today. So it's like, everybody's different. So whatever works for you, as long as you're getting everything done. See, now, if you're that person that wakes up at 9, does very little, walks super slow, doesn't really do much, you put aside very important things, and that's bad. But even if you wake up at 9 and you're hammering down till 1 a.m., like I said, we're all different. See, he goes to sleep early, like 8:30, he's already asleep. I'm sometimes up till 11:30.
No, I don't go to sleep at 8:30.
9,
Never,
whatever.
never. No,
Okay,
no,
so he goes to sleep
I
a
go to
lot
sleep
earlier than I do.
11 p.m. Sometimes 12.
So
when
it
when you're making
depends.
a lot of
Like I
noise.
said, it depends. So I'll be up on my computer because I know that at nights I can just kind of catch up with everything. I don't like falling behind on things because those things aren't going to go away, right? So you have to keep finalizing whatever it is you're working on. Like, emails don't go away. Problems don't go away. People don't go away. Like, you have to keep executing, finalizing, like completing those cycles of action. And it doesn't matter how little the things might be. You know, it could be like, for younger people, getting your driver's license. Like, you're never going to get it if you don't sign up for those classes, if you don't go do your driving, if you don't put in the time and energy that it takes, because there's a process to follow, right? So we have different schedules, and you have to understand that, because I'm also nursing our daughter. So that's what I try to explain to him, but he misses the details, and beauty is in the details. Things don't just magically happen, right? Like, planning a party is hard. Next event, I'm going to hire somebody. You could just pay somebody to do it. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort. You got to find vendors. Like, it's crazy, but I love parties. I love to see happy people. Like, I'm so excited for this party. It's going to be amazing. Right after this, I have to finalize the catering. It's so many different things, guys. And like I said, you have to make sure you're completing your cycles of action, because then you're left in between with a bunch of uncompleted projects. And then guess what? They're going to be there tomorrow, the day after that. And then you're just going to have a pile of things, and then you're going to get unmotivated. It happens to so many people, right? So you have to get in the habit of completing things, doing things. I'm always moving. From the minute I wake up, whether he thinks I'm laying in bed rolling around, I'm not. Either with Berlin, with Italia.
You're recovering because you do a lot of things.
You know, I brush the baby's teeth. Like, you can also brush her teeth in the morning, you know, when you're here with her.
Well, sometimes I don't like to stick that brush in her mouth because I don't want to hurt her. Like, it's so I'm not good at those things. I'm not, like, my strengths are not like wiping the caca from my little girls. They're not like I mean, obviously I can't breastfeed even if I tried, because I don't have I don't have milk. But like, some things are your strengths. You're really good at those things, and some things like are
my roles.
Strengths.
They're my roles.
So,
yeah.
Like, remember that you're always growing or dying, guys. Like, you're always growing or dying, and I'm always adding more things. Like, right now we had to run over here and get ready again, because we had already, like, this is my third day that I'm starting already. I had my first day in the morning. Like, I had my first day that started at 2 a.m. Then I had my second part of the day when I was running around in the middle of the day, shooting videos and doing other things, helping our agents produce content to edify them and make them get more deals and get more attention. And then we come here and we got to get ready for our third part of the day. But we've never made more money than ever. We've never, like, in the morning, if you guys saw my post, if you didn't, go check it out. Yesterday, I realized money doesn't motivate me. Like, I have so much fucking money right now, guys, that like, I don't know how many years. I can't. It's not enough for a lifetime, but will definitely survive for a lot of years. I don't know how many, but quite a few.
You're never gonna stop.
So I saw that money. I've never had all that money, and not only that, I have cash flow. So even if I didn't have any money, even if I had zero, I have cash flow that's coming in every month from a bunch of different places that I'm also going to talk about at the Driven Mastermind. However, like, I've never had that much money, and I saw it yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I want to work harder now. I want to crush my competition harder. I want to be the number one. I want to be the greatest. Like, I'm never satisfied because I always want to be better. Like, I'm never going to be satisfied. I know that for a fact. I'm never going to be satisfied. Even when I have 100 billion, I'm not going to be satisfied. Even when I have $1 trillion, if one day my dream becomes a reality, I'm not going to be satisfied, because I'm creating now a legacy. Like, I want to be remembered past my life. I want to be remembered when my kids go out and they're flying in their flyable cars, and people are asking them, hey, was Albert your papa? Yeah, he was my papa. Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about him? I read all his books, and I've gone through all his trainings on, like, his Driven Academy and all that stuff. Wow, your papa. I can't believe he was your papa. That's what I'm building right now. So that's why I always stay super, super, super busy, like highly efficient. You always have to be super busy. You have to have a stacked day where you just you look at your schedule in the mornings, and then you add all your to-do list, you add everything, and then you're like, how the fuck am I gonna do all this stuff? How am I gonna do it? Like I really didn't take a nap. Like when I went, I laid down for 30 minutes
with Italia, so that was like bonding time.
I laid down 30 minutes. It's the only time, and I bonded with her, so that's a good thing. Like, I don't take naps.
Yeah.
Babies take naps. Old people take naps. I don't need naps. I've been up since 2 a.m. And you guys see me right now. Like, I'm not that low on energy. Like, I create energy. And I always want more things. I always want to have, when Driven event 1 happened, it was a one-day event. And I used to speak for 45 minutes. And I used to suck at it. And I used to be like, what am I going to do? And then what did I say? Next Driven event, I'm going to speak twice and wanted to make it a 2-day event. Mm-hmm. And what did I say? Driven 3, wanted to make it 3 days. And I'm going to speak like 6-7 times. I'm going to be up on stage all the time.
He's
Why?
Crazy.
Because I could share information. Boot camp. I said, I always wanted to have this Driven boot camp, because this sir that I know, that I saw him doing boot camps, I said, I'm going to make better boot camps. But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to wait till I was ready for it. I wanted to wait till I was able to share it. Hey, one of my companies broke 8 figures.
Can I say something?
Until I completed 8 figures,
I was going
to do this business boot camp. So I waited, and once I did that, I said, we're going to do this business boot camp. You planned, you organized, and I sold tickets. Actually,
so this guy is crazy.
We had our top salesperson that sold the tickets. I did my job by opening my mouth. So I'm going to let you open your mouth.
It's so funny because, see, like he said, there's never any free space in our calendar. And like, let's say on a Thursday, Steph sends us our calendar for the next day and our agenda for the next day. And I look at it and Albert's like, oh, I don't have anything. And we're like, oh my God. So let's just, we will tell our nanny not to come, or she'll come part-time. We'll go hang out together. We make everything work because our life is so high paced. But to add to what he was saying, I know Steph, I think she's finally understanding the way he works. This has been my life with this guy. Like, he'll say, we're going to do this. And then I have to figure out a way for us to actually do. Most of the time, it's something pretty fucking crazy. And I just have to figure out how we're going to do it. And then I'm like, Danny, Brian, hey guys, we got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. Like, there are so many things that we have to do. And we're always focused on creating and helping people, right? Because I consider us to be really awesome people. That's why we really never have any kind of problems. There are bad people out there that right now I feel like the world is super confused, easily distracted, bribed, and you have to look at a bigger picture, right? As far as like, hey guys, let's go vote, let's go get educated. What are the laws that are being passed? Like, there's so many different things that it's easier to be naive, choose to not see what's really happening, and kind of just sit behind social media and like talk smack to other people who are actually trying to change the world, who are doing things, and anyway, like Albert said, we don't want to get into that. Politics, religion, all that stuff gets people
politics
crazy.
is important because you gotta vote and you gotta know your laws. But
yes.
For people on Instagram, we're gonna cut it off. If you guys want to keep watching this, you guys gotta text that number right there. Just save it, and Danny, so people could get the number and join us on this private Zoom call.
Yeah.
Now, remember, one thing that's really important to keep in mind, everybody watching this, it's how much pain can you tolerate? Like, how much pain can you tolerate? I could tolerate extreme pain. I'm talking about battling heart attacks when my little heart could blow up. Like, at least 10 times I've done that. Okay, so if you consider yourself an entrepreneur and you've never been in a situation where you feel like your chest is going to explode, then you're not an entrepreneur yet. Not yet. I mean, you're not. Seriously, because there is no entrepreneurs that, I mean, it's impossible for you to become or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. But a real entrepreneur, what I'm talking is a successful, highly successful, great entrepreneur that builds and has a vision to build a $1 billion business or even $100 million business or even a $10 million business. Okay, but the bigger the reward, the bigger the pain. That's why sometimes I wake up a day in advance, 11:46 p.m. or I wake up at 1 p.m. because I can't sleep because I know
1 a.m.
I know that a baby Goliath is waking up at 5. So I know that if I wake up at 2, I got 3 hours on this baby Goliath. And what I call baby Goliaths are people that are maybe worth 300 million, 100 million, 200 million. Those are baby Goliaths. Okay, even half a billion. Let me tell you why. Because you know what I'm after, like what I really look up to, and I'm like, that's the level I want to reach.
What?
Not a baby Goliath. Okay?
A giant Goliath?
Ray Dalio, somebody that's worth 18 billion, somebody that's built an enterprise.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to hit that. That's going to be me in the next 5 years. Like, I think that big. Like, I want to do that. And people call me crazy, and people have been saying, oh, he's crazy. Oh, his car is fake. Oh, his second car is fake. Oh, this is fake. Look.
There's always going to be haters.
We are doing
and that's
super,
normal.
super
That's
well.
just life.
Super
It's
well.
life.
And we're like pain. Just remember this. If right now you're going through a painful moment and maybe your business, David, is getting started and you're thinking like, man, is it going to work? Should I keep going? Just think about like, what's your age? Like, what is your business? How big is your vision? And if it's really hard right now and you feel like jumping off this balcony, then you're on the right track. You are on the right track. Just don't jump off. Just maybe stick your head out and then come back and then be like, I'm going to keep fighting and I'm going to keep tolerating all this pain.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up at 1 a.m. and I'm going to take all the bullets and I'm going to create that security and confidence for my wife, for my kids, little girls. I always call them kids. Kids is if you have a boy and a girl, right? Kids. But I have girls. So my little girls. And everybody on our company, everybody in our company, employees, staff, partners,
Everyone.
Same thing. Everybody that's part of our company, you as a leader, if you're a CEO, you got to go there and show them that everything is right, that you got this shit. So please say something, Syl. Come on, share some knowledge.
I couldn't agree more. You know, a lot of the times I know some of our people think we're a little bit crazy, but we've been through so much things that you guys would never imagine, and we learned how to trust our instincts, research and draw our own conclusions from not only the system that we live in, which is broken and so corrupt, it's absolutely insane. We've researched, and we have to make decisions based on what's going on in the economy, our kids, the things we're being told. We completely block out the media because it feeds you whatever they want you to focus on at the moment. So to either distract you for whatever it is, laws that are being passed. Like it's important, guys, to just be educated with so many things and take the time to actually research. No matter what you're being told, understand that there is just such a bigger agenda to this whole thing. Like we are nothing in this world compared to some of the big people that run this world that is so corrupt. And you have to make decisions based on your family, your kids. Like I don't care what anybody tells me. Like I'm not going to vaccinate my kids. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. You can show me whatever you want to show me. I will not, because I researched, I looked at everything, and it's a personal choice.
And then something to add to that, like we get text messages and DMs from a lot of annoying people. So if you're a cousin of ours or hers or close friends, or I mean, I don't even think close friends, because our close friends wouldn't say that. But if you're family and you're sending us all these stupid DMs, shit DMs and text messages about they're going to make the coronavirus vaccine mandatory for everybody. They're going to have a martial law. They're going to have riots, curfews, all that shit. I don't give a shit. Stop sending me that. When it happens, and I'll go around, I'll go above, I'll go under, or I'll go or I'll kick them in the face if they get in front of me. So stop sending me all that garbage because I'm so focused making fucking paper. So get all your shit and go worry go in a little room with your mommy and daddy and worry right there. I don't care what you have to tell me if you're gonna give me shit. I want people like Bobby Castro, like Patrick Bet-David, like Ed Milet, people that are gonna tell me things big. I want Ray Dalio. I want Robert Kiyosaki. I don't want garbage. So keep it to yourself. Please, I beg you.
And also, now, so guys, because what you focus on grows. So we've all experienced fear at different levels, you know, and it takes a lot of, I mean, for different people, like you have to be able to build up your own confidence, which is succeeding, even if it's little tasks at a time, you're going to succeed. And in reality, like I don't really regret anything I've ever done, to be honest with you guys. I trust myself completely, my judgment. It's important to have common sense, use your common sense, because there isn't a lot left in the world. Some of the messages I'm getting, it's crazy. Like I feel bad for humanity, for everything that's going on, how easily people are brainwashed. There are a lot of people that are waking up to what's really going on, but remember, what you focus on grows. Well, so we focus on positive always. We try to keep everybody around us positive, informed.
Remember what I told you before, like before when we were losers, and when okay, yeah, we were losers.
When we made bad choices.
When we were out raving and doing all those crazy things, okay, drugs and drinking excessively and blacking out, and we were hanging out with the losers, and we were losers when that was going on, okay, and we were broke. If something like this happens and we're watching the news and our loser friends are telling us losers, hey, there's rioting, let's go out there and break windows and steal. So we would have been like, oh, that sounds so cool. Let's go do that. Why? Because our friends weren't Bobby Castro, the billionaire, or any
and
of those
to be
people.
clear, before people like go crazy when we put this on YouTube, protesting is good. It's okay. Peaceful protesting.
I said rioting.
Yes, so rioting it's horrible.
I said that guy, the
yes.
Hispanic guy, that they burned his car for no reason.
It's horrible. It's horrible. That is so sad. Like I don't understand what happened to
But yeah, let's not get off.
He doesn't want to focus on that, but there's
So before we have two questions, but
okay.
I'm going to talk about this in a bit. So I'm going to give you guys a preview of what's going to happen at the Driven Mastermind. So
Did you just cut me off?
You guys,
totally
no,
just cut me
really
off.
quick. So there's two questions that we're going to get to, but before this, I just want to tell you, like, in a little bit, like, give me like 10 more minutes. I'm going to talk to you guys about some key things that we're going to talk about at the Driven Mastermind, where, like, how do you develop your employees? Like, how do you build a championship team? How do you assign roles, reassign roles? How do you stop all that goofing around? How do you market? How do you create systems for your business? All these things, I'm so excited to share like a little bit of it. But before that, we have a couple questions, and maybe you could answer one, and then I'll answer the second one. One's more for me.
You sure you're not gonna cut me off?
And never. I never cut you off. I never cut you off. I always let you talk. So Michael has a question, and then maybe what you could do, Steph, bring some of these people on the live so they could ask us personally and we could just answer back. But Michael, and this is me that I woke up at 2. She woke up at 8, and
he
she's
took
telling
a
me
nap.
I did not take a nap. I did not take a nap.
He laid down in
Those
bed
30 minutes,
in his underwear with his daughter.
I posted
but he
on
didn't
your
take a nap.
page. I posted on your stories. I posted on Driven page. I posted stories on that page. I got the YouTube ready. I text everybody on when you're talking. Guess what I'm doing? I'm working. I don't miss a minute. It's called unrefundable minutes. So when you're talking, I'm working. Okay. So first question from Michael: do you ever call each other out in front of your team? Good answer that one.
I would say we used to in the past. Now I kind of just ignore him because I've come to realize that he's really crazy. He has his ideas, and then I have to be like, oh, babe, well, we have to do this, and that. So I'll just be like, okay, you know what? I'm done with you. Like, I'm walking away now. Before, he used to piss me off more. Now it's like I know that his ideas work, even though they might seem absolutely insane. And how the hell are we going to pull that off? But then we just magically pull it off with the help of everybody. Like I said, it's a team effort. Like, it takes so much energy. It's crazy. But, you know, the people that are so grateful to us and we change their life, like it's all worth it for that, even if it's one person, because with that one person comes like 20 haters, I would say, especially right now. I'm just like, people are so confused. It's so sad.
Well, guys, you have no idea how much money we've invested. If you guys saw my post from yesterday, I spend 40 to 60% of my income in marketing. Okay. and I spend it on marketing. So I spend all that money on marketing because I know how much that's gonna grow my business and my income. So for years I was living paycheck to paycheck. So if you're watching this, hater, you're right. I've been living paycheck to paycheck. However, I drive 2 Ferraris, a Rolls Royce. I have all these beautiful things, beautiful family, and I fly first class. And sometimes I get a jet, and I take like 10 trips a year, and I have all these businesses and penthouses. But I do live paycheck to paycheck, as opposed to living paycheck to paycheck and living in your mommy's house or driving a Beamer. It's a little bit different. Now, going back to what I was saying is, I live paycheck to paycheck because I was investing most of my money on marketing. And that marketing, I knew was one day it was going to pay off. So I kept doing it. And now we fill events with thousands of people, and we don't need a big name because now we created a big name. We created a celebrity, a brand that now people want to be part of. So it pays off, but you have to keep pushing. You can't stop when things are not working out, and you have to keep believing, because a lot of the times I needed to re-enroll and convince Syl, hey, we are fine. Yes, we are running a little low on funds, but we are fine. Trust me. Yes, I got a late on this credit card. Yes, I fucked up this fucker collection, but we're right. We're gonna make it happen. We're paying our employees and we're expanding. It's gonna work out. And people and I would have to re-enroll her sometimes every day. Sometimes,
that's not true.
Sometimes
that's a lie.
Sometimes
he exaggerates like it's so bad.
Sometimes you would get teary and you would get scared and you would say, This is
after
scary.
We had kids, yes, because I'm not gonna go live with you in a freaking car with a kid.
Did it work out?
2 kids.
Did it work out?
Yeah, it did work out.
Was I right?
For now.
Thank you. So this leads to the next question, so that you could put somebody on.
I'm just teasing him.
You want to put him on? So this is the next one, Tony, right? So this is a perfect.
Can I say something 2 seconds?
Yeah, say it while you put it on.
Guys, and it doesn't matter if you live in your mom's garage or in a car right now. Remember that.
Not when you're 30.
It doesn't matter. There's people that are homeless in their fucking car when they're 40, and guess what? They say, I'm done with this and I'm gonna change my life.
My life changed.
Whatever it takes.
My life changed
to make it happen.
My life changed when I moved out of my mommy and daddy's house.
Okay, well, and sometimes you have to go back there, and guess what? That's just
but temporary.
Life. You gotta commit.
You have to be
you gotta
fighting.
Commit.
You have to be fighting for your future.
Agreed.
Tony, if you're still on, you can unmute yourself.
And guys, we're just like this. Like, she's like a woman, a leona, and I'm like a lion. So she likes to like bark. No, lions don't bark, right? Lions, what do they do? Lions.
So anyway, guys, you have to have the desire to succeed, period.
Put the volume up.
And you keep going even when it's not working out or whatever. You don't give up. You keep going. And sometimes you're not going to feel like it. You still keep going. You go through with the plan.
And sometimes you have to re-enroll your wife
or your husband.
And say, I never need to be re-enrolled. I'm enrolled when I wake up. I'm enrolled when I go to sleep, and I have dreams and nightmares of being enrolled.
See, because we're different. I'll make 20 grand and I'll save 10 and I'll spend 10. He'll make 20 and he'll spend 20. Because he's not scared to go all in. Because what did you tell me? You are very confident in your ability to make money, which I am too. But crazy shit happens. Look at this world. Everybody's burning everything.
Yeah, and we're making the most money ever.
Well, at least we're high up.
Why? Because I'm also it's all those painful moments finally worked out.
Somebody's talking to us.
But you can't have success without painful moments.
Agreed, 100%.
Like if somebody says like they lose and they lose everything and they're super broken down, and then they come back and win, and then they lose millions and they get the millions back. People want to hear that story and want to learn from that. But when somebody grows up with money and just is winning, that you can't learn much from that.
You have to be willing to do whatever it takes.
And when somebody's always losing, I mean, you're just losing.
Mi amor.
Yeah, so let's get to that question. You talk a lot, so.
You talk a lot. This guy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How's it going, brother?
This is Tony. So that's going good.
Where is he?
How did you know Syl was the one for you? And what were your non-negotiables with her? And did you ever have doubts? And what kept you guys together? Like, what did you guys together today?
Bro, like, what gave me that assurance that she was the one was she had, like, she still does, but she had the most incredible thighs and legs that you've ever seen in a woman. Like, she had her like a
Past
perfect,
tense.
like a perfect. Well, because you haven't been working out as much as you used to before. And you know, like today you didn't do the stairs.
Why?
But-
Tell them why I
They
didn't.
are
Do,
still-
why
they
didn't
are
I do
still
this there,
amazing.
guys?
But you,
I was working
okay,
from the
let me
minute
answer
I
the
woke
question.
up
You don't let me talk.
till like now. Like it's crazy. It's like second after second after. I can't even breathe.
I woke up at 2 a.m. to make sure I work out. Excuses are
I'm
always
not
be there.
gonna wake up at 2 a.m.
Okay,
I went to sleep at midnight. I'm not waking up at 2 a.m.
Your choice.
So guess what I did today? I ate extra, super, very healthy, except this. This is the only bad thing I've ate.
And-
Because at the end of the day, it's about your diet.
And that's why I got you that.
Thank
because I
you.
know that you won't drink that.
Yeah, it sucks. I
And
hate
champagne,
wine.
you drink it, and champagne is a bunch of sugar. So, yes, when I saw those beautiful legs, and she was wearing that perfect white dress, and it was like the length was like perfect. It was like not too high, not too low. I was like, damn, this is
We
the
have
girl.
pictures. We should
and
post
now,
one.
like, I'll tell you this story that I probably haven't shared ever. It's gonna be the first time.
Wait, what are you gonna talk
But
about?
let me talk. So like Syl, we were together for a long time, and I used to be that guy that used to like have options. So I used to like kind of go out and have my bro days, my bro nights, and you know, like go out there and flirt and do my little things at night. But I was also like 25, 26, 27. And we were like not that serious. We were like dating, and remember that at one point we called each other like
Jelly bean?
no, yeah,
Oh.
with Jelly Bean. But I remember my shirt that said "fuck buddies."
I didn't have. That's the wrong girl.
No, I had a shirt that said "fuck buddies" when we used to go out. Yeah, you saw it.
I never saw it.
You
wrong
saw my
girl,
shirt.
Wrong
No,
girl.
you saw my
wrong
shirt.
girl.
It said "fuck
I
buddies."
would remember that.
But it said it backwards.
Oh, the Hollister one?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you do remember that?
It's not a. That's a T-shirt, not a
Okay,
sweater.
T-shirt. I
Okay.
said shirt.
A sweater is.
So I
different.
had in other words, I was having a lot of fun and I didn't want to commit. But then we had to commit sooner because we just had to. It's a long story, but we had to commit sooner, and then we had to get married, right? So I was like, and at that moment I had to think about it. I was like, fuck, I don't want to get married. I'm not ready to get married. And I told Syl, well, I want to get married with you like in the future. And she was like, what do you mean the future? And I said, yeah, in the future. Like I want to like just, have my bro nights and do my thing.
Which he
And-
still does because I don't tell him what to
I
do.
chose not to do those things anymore
Anymore.
because now my focus
Anymore.
is to become a billionaire.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that by hanging out with people at bars.
Yeah.
So I told my wife, and by the way, look, discipline, guys. Like we're not gonna drown ourselves in this. I got this red wine because I just wanted to have a little bit, and then I'm gonna be super clean the next days because I'm gonna be
So we don't have another glass.
I'm gonna be sharp.
Is it just one?
I'm gonna be super sharp. It depends how you behave. I'm gonna be super sharp for our driven mastermind. So you made me.
Yeah. What was the question?
So Syl, when she said that, we had to get. I thought about it and I said no, I can't lose her. So I said okay, well, let's get married. But then I told her, I'm not gonna get married with you until you get your 4 units. And then you were like, no, but I want to get married.
He's
I said
so
no.
lame.
You got to get your 4 units just like I got my 3 units. So I told you first get your 4 units and then we'll get married. And you got your 4 units. Then we got married sooner than what I wanted. But then when there was a moment where I thought I could lose you and I said, no, I don't want to lose her. So I'll just get married with her. Like, fuck it. So we got married. And then now, like, I'm the happiest man ever. So it was like a process and it was kind of weird. But I don't know if that's the same for many of you that are maybe dating, or maybe some of you are thinking about dating or having the right girl. Let me tell you, a lot of young people I see here, it might take you a lot of women or a lot of guys to find the right one. Like with Syl, it took me many women, like many. I'm talking many, and I'm not talking in the hundreds, to find a girl this amazing. So thank you for coming into my life.
What he really wanted to say, guys, was that I'm just amazing. I consider myself amazing, and I'm not being like cocky or anything like that, but I always go out of my way. Like, I feel like you and I have so much in common. It's kind of like, that's why we bump heads a lot. Because, like, I want to be the driver, but he wants to be a driver, and he's a horrible driver. So then it's like, I'm like telling him, like,
So
like today,
make
you
me-
drive horrible, Albert. That is his only weakness.
Insurances pay $500,000 a year
Whatever.
because of your accidents.
So anyway, guys,
So-
we're not gonna get into that topic because we're being positive right now.
No, well, that's positive. But Nando, does that answer most of your question, or is there something you want me to add for that?
with her?
Non-negotiables, like for example.
Like, you know, I don't know, like, did you have anything like that you're like, all right, this, like, you have to understand this is me. Whether
Oh yeah, okay. I get you.
this is me.
I think it was the first time I didn't, because
Yeah.
all the other girls that I dated, they didn't want to go work out with me at 5 a.m. They didn't want to be at the office with me late hours. They didn't want to go to clients' homes with me. They didn't want to like stay at home sometimes and just work and print and all that. They told me, hey, just finish your work, and when you're done, come pick me up at midnight so we could just get down to the business.
Yeah.
But she was the only one that was like, yeah,
Down
I'll go
for
work
whatever.
I'll work out at 5 a.m. with you.
I'm always
Yeah,
down for whatever.
I'll sneak into a gym with you. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll go to work to the office with you. So she was the only one that made me not create any non-negotiable. So that
Yeah.
you were the first one. Like all the other
Yeah.
girls just wanted to have fun and wanted to like you
Well,
take care
I
of your
love
stuff.
having fun. You and I have, like, seriously, guys, we should probably be dead with all the crazy stuff we used to do. Like, it's not even funny. Him and I are just very similar, like I said, and I'm always down for whatever. And if this is the goal we have, I will do whatever it takes. It's a little harder once you have kids, like I said. Harder, not impossible. Now you just have to figure out a way around certain things. And then there's that mom guilt, the dad guilt. But kids are lucky to have parents to look up to that are good to the world, that help the world, that want to raise amazing kids. You know, I want loving kids, kids that are going to be respectful to everybody, because nobody is better than us. We're all equal. Some of us work harder than others, of course, but that doesn't mean that we can't change that about us, right? And I have always been willing to do whatever it takes. Always, always. That's one thing about me. If I have 50 things to do, I'll find a way to do all 50 in one day and figure out like how can I do all of them, right? Like I knew like the main things, like pick up my sisters from school, right? So I would build my whole day around that so that I was able to get to everything without the excuses, without being like, oh no, I'm gonna call into work because it's New Year's. Like, no, I was always working holidays. Like, I didn't care. That's why to me, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it is the same exact difference to me. You know, and I know the world doesn't work like this. Like, people are like, oh, but my holidays. I'm like, yeah, why don't you work really hard and create your own holidays? And then you don't have to do what the world tells you to do, what you're being told to do, how you're being told to go spend your weekends. It's just crazy.
You want to put
it's
the
a
next one,
mindset.
Steph? But let me give you guys, look, I'll give you a little preview of my post for tomorrow. Are you an entrepreneur? It is very easy to figure that out. Look in the mirror and ask yourself this. Do I grind before 8 a.m.? Do I grind after 5 p.m.? Do I listen to self-improvement on my drives instead of music or news? Do I work on weekends? Do I work on holidays? Do I work 18 hours a day? Do I do a lot of things that I hate every day? Do I create my own days off, not the government? Do I constantly think of how to crush my competition? Do I only hang with people that provide value to me? Do I earn more in commissions, sales, than my regular pay? So just a little bit. Do I battle heart attacks at least monthly? Just a little bit to find out if you're an entrepreneur.
Who is it?
Question from Richie.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Richie.
Is Karen.
Yep.
Yep.
So my question is, when a relationship is falling apart, how can you rebuild and spark that fire back up?
I want to answer that.
Go ahead.
So a lot of girls send me messages, and obviously things are going to change as time goes on. But this is why it's so important to try to stay on the same page with your significant other. Of course, like I always say, you don't have to be in the same industry, but you have to remember why you fell in love with this person. Why are you with this person? What made you fall in love with this person? You know, when you have kids, like, you know, Italia earlier, like I was trying to get ready and she's like screaming. She woke up from her nap. And kids don't care what parents want. So I'm like, fuck, Albert, go tell go take her. Like, it's so hard. And you have to maybe sit down with the person and remember, I don't know how accurate this is, but I do know that as you grow as a person, it might not be every 5 years necessarily, but you are evolving as a person, and you're either getting better or you're getting worse. That is something that you guys have to just
Growing or dying.
understand. You're either growing or you're dying, right? So you guys might be growing in separate directions, right? So you need to have these self-improvement dinners. Like Albert and I, like,
I took you on a date yesterday.
yeah, he did. And swear to
You
God,
know how much
guys,
research I did to find a restaurant that was open?
a lot, I'm sure. I hate cooking. Like, I can't express to you guys enough how much I hate it. I love eating. I love food. I hate cooking, but I love him. So I'll cook for him. I'm good at it, so I do it, but I don't like it, but I do it for him. So that's why if you want to take it for granted, I won't cook for you, right? And it felt so good to just go to a restaurant. It's in Malibu,
But
by
you
the
gotta
way.
pivot. When you didn't cook for me, I cook for myself. I pivot.
He made eggs. You guys should have seen the poor guy. He even washed the dish. It was so funny.
didn't wash
And
the
I was
dish.
in the bathroom, and I'm like, should I just go make him the eggs? Because I could literally make them while I'm doing my
No,
makeup.
but when you do that, you
Dani.
burn him.
So, and I'm like, you know what? No, let him suffer. Like, I'm not gonna make your shit if you want to be mean to me and take it for granted. Like, all these things take
No, I
energy.
wasn't
they
mean to
take
you.
effort.
I just
you were being
disagreed
an
with you.
asshole. You were being an asshole.
Because you were being an ass.
So anyway, to answer your question,
not
to
whole or whatever.
rebuild, honestly, I would literally sit down with my spouse. Do you guys have kids? Richie?
She just wanted girlfriend.
Oh, she's just your girlfriend. How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for about 5 years now.
Are you guys in the same industry or separate?
Separate.
Okay, so you see her like at the end of the day. Is that how it goes?
So, yeah. So I work in the mornings, she works in the evenings. So for the most part, we try to, I see her most of the time on the weekend.
Okay.
So we make the most time to see each other.
Okay.
But at the moment, like, things are just kind of falling apart. And she, right now, just before you guys went live, she just kind of told me that she wants some time apart. She feels a disconnection with me, and I mean, I get it. I mean, at the same time, like, I'm gonna be real, like, I've been kind of distant for choosing the wrong people. I've been drinking a little more lately and just kind of being away from her, and I just opened up to her just yesterday because she was just telling me that she feels disconnected. She didn't know why, and I just told her that I've been doing this, I've been drinking for the most part lately. This quarantine honestly has me going a little crazy. So I've just been doing that, and I get why she said that. So I'm just, and after I open up and told her that, she was disappointed, and she just wants she wants some time apart. And
Now, brother, question:
You don't want it?
Do you love her or not?
I do love her.
Are you
In love.
Are you making money right now, or are you kind of like struggling with the finances?
No, I'm currently making money. I'm a W-2 employee right now. I'm not in the business side yet.
That's okay. That's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
So that's not the issue then. You're still employed even though a lot of people were laid off. You're still good with that. You love her. So like, have you ever asked yourself like, why am I drinking too much? Why am I going out with my buddies? Like why are you doing that if you love her? Because I'll tell you what changed for me. When me and her got married, I was still going out and drinking a little bit too much and hanging out with buddies. But what changed me, it took me 10 years for me to change to where I am today. Like now, like I go out and I have no interest in all these hot babes, but they're all over the place. And then they try to flirt with me and I just smile and kind of tease them. And I know like I just have a little bit of fun like that. But like it's, for me, it's more exciting to see them like dripping for me.
Wow.
And I just smile and I don't it's funny.
so
It's like a game for me. However, like I am super ethical to her. I would never cheat on her because she is my best friend and I would never want to hurt my best friend.
Even though we want to
But-
kill each other
but-
sometimes.
Well,
For
every
the
day
record.
because we're both competitors.
Yeah,
So
we
we're
are.
both competing. Like I wake up and I tell her, she's like asking me like, oh, we got to do this. We got to do. I'm like, I already did that times 50, girl. And you're just waking up. Like, come on.
He is
Like,
you want to keep going
but
with
she keeps competing with that. But where I'm going is what changed me was like when I had my first girl. When I had Italia, like I'm like, I can't go out with my buddies anymore. I can't have my bro nights. I can't go watch sports at these what are Irish pubs. I can't go do that anymore because now, and I'm sure you're feeling that, Jomar, because now you have your baby, and now it's like, fuck. I could either go for 3 hours and have a drink with my buddy and watch a game, or I could spend those 3 hours with my baby girl because I don't have that much time now. I have this vision and this dream to create this. So my question, just going back, is why are you going out with your buddies and drinking if your finances are right and you love her? Like, this is something that I think you should ask yourself, like, why are you doing this? So why are you doing that? Do you know, or what's up with that?
Also, if I might add something, if I was you, I would really like, okay, sit down with her, figure out if this is the life partner that you want. Because as I've mentioned before, if you don't have the right person next to you, life will be that much harder. And sometimes it's lust or whatever. The first 2-3 years you're having sex like 10 times, not 10 times, like 3 times a day or something like that. And it's like you just, but then what's after
What's
sex?
your max?
Shut up. Like, what's after
No,
sex?
well, what I think might be the issue with him is that maybe his girl, he loves her, but maybe she doesn't make him feel special. I don't know, but that's why I wanted to hear
See, like
more.
him, I would give him massages. I always go above and
You don't
beyond.
give him massages anymore, by the way.
The thing is that there's Italia in between us. For the last 3 days, though, she slept in her bed, and I put her crib next. It's not a crib; it's a toddler bed. She's never slept in her room.
I'm still waiting for that massage. No massage yesterday, no massage the day before.
So, guys, when you're barely dating, obviously you want to go all in to impress the other person, right?
they've
But
been
what
together for 5
happens?
years. 5 years.
That's a long time.
So,
yeah.
So like, let's hear him a little bit. You're like not.
Am I
letting
talking to him? I was gonna tell him what to do. I want to tell you what to do. So what you need to do is literally sit with this person, figure out what the problem is, what are her goals, what are your goals. Maybe you guys just don't have goals in common. Maybe regardless.
Yeah, I think that could be a thing too.
And regardless of the fact if you've been together 5 years, 10 years, we've been together forever. I mean, like, I don't even know. People are like, you guys don't have an anniversary. I'm like, no, loves me. He's nice to me. He buys me flowers almost every Sunday. Like, and not that I expected, and then you kind of get used to it. I'm like, hey, you didn't get me flowers, right? But we kind of just go with the flow.
I do that when you piss me off.
Like, I know he loves me, I love him, but like there's much more to life than that. See, now we have 2 kids, it's totally different. You worry about different things, but with your girl, if she's just your girlfriend, like, you know, girls also want some sort, like, they want like not just commitment, but like security in a sense. See, not me in reality, but now that I have my girls, absolutely, I need a man that's powerful to back me up, right? I'm powerful myself, but moms have different roles in life, right? As a mom. Now, if I was you, I would sit with her, I would talk to her, and I would really look at yourself, what you're doing. And I don't want to, you guys have different schedules, so if you're only hanging out on the weekend and you don't really communicate during the week, think about that. That's like Monday through Friday. That's 4 times a month. If you're only hanging out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times a month, I mean, that could be a problem.
I mean, just based on my experience, what I used to have, like, the girl that I saw once a week, and I knew she was like, I knew that was probably, she was probably seeing another guy too.
Albert was a slut,
So
for the record.
So like, can guys be sluts?
Yes.
But I like, and then I had the girl that I wanted to see more, that I saw 2 times, 3 times a week. So like, this was me back in the day, but I mean, I don't know, when somebody tells me I only see my girl once a week, or
It's weird.
yeah, but before we put the next person, can you just tell us more or less, like in a quick minute or two, like what is it? How do you feel about what we told you, and why do you think you're out drinking and with buddies instead of spending more time with her? Can't you just go meet her after work if you really love her that much?
Yeah. Or like, what is she doing during the day?
Here's the thing, like she's currently a bartender, so she's unemployed right now because they're all out. So
Tell her to come to Vegas.
the situation with her right now is that she is scared of the COVID-19. Like, she doesn't want to go out nowhere. Like, she always wants to stay home. She's spending away time with family, and I love her family. Where, like, sometimes they invite me to their house, and I ask her, hey, let's go in. Like, they're inviting me, let's go, hang out. And she's like, no, I don't want to go. I don't want to bother. Like, she's just terrified. Like, she's really like on another level. And so, and I'm totally the opposite. I really don't care. I just go out.
Yeah.
Just do my thing. And so for her not to like have her around, like, I just, I have my friends that text me and in my cold
sit down with her, come up with a plan, look at your priorities, your life plan literally, and just figure out if it's going to work out or not. Because this is what I always tell people. It's never too late to have or be what you could have been or to have the life that you want. It's never too late. And you know what? Sometimes people are with the wrong person. And the worst thing that can happen to you is that you're with the wrong person for so many years and then you're like out of the game forever. And if people don't change. Like, so if you guys aren't so compatible, I would really just look into the possibility that maybe it's time to work on yourself, rebuild, I don't know how confident you are, your confidence, your fitness, your finances, and focus on yourself, because ultimately we attract whatever we are and whatever we give out to the universe. Just always remember that.
And we have one more question, right? Steph?
Two more.
Okay, so one thing that I wanted to add really quick, can I?
Yeah. He's being nice to me,
I have the solution. So, yeah, because Ed Milet told me for every, if you give a lot of deposits, you could withdraw.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you deposits right now.
Thank you.
But the solution is you have to have a conversation with her and enroll her into like this COVID thing is not something I'm participating in.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of, and like I said, I don't want to talk about COVID or all these things going on. But I don't participate in the COVID. So when the whole COVID happened, Syl got a little bit shaky.
No, I didn't.
She was a little bit scared.
Tell them why, though.
Because people were like yapping.
Not over the COVID.
We spoke about,
not over the COVID.
About a lot
about
of
our businesses being shut down.
No,
recording county recorder office. Yeah. That's the only thing I care about.
Well, that's
I'm healthy.
Tolerating pain. But the COVID, I think, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could tell me right now that you weren't scared, but I saw a little bit of fear in her eyes about the COVID, thinking like we're gonna get COVID, and I told her, I don't believe in that shit. And if it exists, then we just get sick and we're healthy. We'll beat it. But we're not gonna stay in the house and do nothing. We have to work. We have to make money. We have a vision and a dream to make a reality, to become a reality. So we're not gonna do that. It's like the flu. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what I believe on. And she said, okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is dumb. So we went out, and then we had to also speak to our people at our office, employees, so you guys can understand me. And by the way, we don't call them employees.
People,
what do we call our employees?
Just everybody in our company.
What do we call our employees?
Whatever, associates.
Okay.
Part of our team.
So, our people, we had to go there. But so people understand, employees, our agents, we went there and we enrolled them too. We said, hey, we are gonna go down fighting if we go down, but we're not gonna go down scared. So we're gonna go out there and we're gonna work. They just announced that we are part of the essential industry. The essentials industries, because we need to record loans, and all I need is a little bit of an okayness, and I'm like, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna fight. We went out there and we fought. We led by example, and they got enrolled. And maybe a few apples that were a little bit sour fell off the tree, and that's fine. We kicked them out and we gave them a little bit of a help. But they left. So
how can I mute his mic?
Enrollment. So what?
Can I mute your mic?
So enrollment. So the answer is you got to go in and enroll your girl, and if you can't enroll her, then maybe it's time to move on to another girl.
So for the record, he has the most horriblest. Stephanie, can you agree? The worst memory ever. Like, I don't even know. Like, he's always like in space somewhere, like dreaming about being a billion. I don't know what it is. Like, it's terrible. But I still love you, babe, and that's what you have me for. So I wasn't scared of COVID at all, because if you research, let's all like use our researching powers. Google, actual facts. 98% survival rate. If you're sick, you're gonna get sick from anything, the flu, whatever. So that's not what I was scared of. I was scared of the county recorder office getting shut down, which means there is no revenue into our company, which means I cannot keep my beautiful people employed, because everybody in our company, for the most part, is a freaking badass. And they all give us everything that they have. And we do that in return. So You were wrong. I was not scared of COVID. I swear to God, I got knots in my stomach thinking about my kids.
The county recorder's office can stay closed for forever. So they were gonna close it down for like a couple of weeks.
That's
okay?
still horrible.
Or a month. Okay.
'Cause then we
you
can't-
need when you have a business. Okay, when you start a business and you grow your business, you need 3 years of savings. Okay, 3 years of savings. So if they close down the recorder's office, hey, it's
I
fine.
can't see.
We're gonna close in 60 days. Maybe we'll lose a month or 2 or 3, but you got to be prepared for that. All of this stuff I didn't know, but when I started getting mentors and learning from them, I learned. Wait, they asked me. One of my mentors asked me, just to end this one really quick. I said, well, you need to have 3 months, right? Reserves. He said, no, you need 3 years. And then I said, 3 years. Oh shit. So then I started working on having some more money right there hidden so that I could use
Yeah.
it and save my businesses. For maybe you wouldn't know this, like you wouldn't know this, but maybe for a year and a half or 2, I lost an average of $60,000 a month.
Oh,
So my savings were going,
yeah.
and she didn't know. She probably kind of knew me too well, and she was like,
Se te hace que soy media mensa,
where are you
¿verdad?
getting all that money from? But I was like, like we had properties,
I know
we sold a
everything,
few,
guys. I know
and like we survived. And
Women
and,
have intuition.
But then that's entrepreneurship. So it gets scary. But look, when it pays off, it pays off. Like now, it's unbelievably well. But communicate with her, talk to her, and I'm really interested in knowing how the outcome is, and let us know how it goes, the conversation. But
if you want me to talk to her, I'd be happy to. I would be happy to, and just make sure.
Also, sometimes they have to hear it from somebody else, and especially a powerful woman makes a difference, because she's probably hearing it from her friend Francisca and her friend Jackie, and she's saying like, the COVID, your boyfriend's crazy, like he's gonna get COVID, and I'm gonna get it, and then you're gonna kill everybody else. So like, make sure you're getting the right information from the right people.
Exactly.
Steph,
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys.
appreciate
Let
it.
me know how we can help you, though.
Well, I mean, I don't live too far from Beverly Hills. I live in Paramount.
Shit, there you go. Maybe after, are you gonna be at my birthday party? Our birthday. I have to share it with him now.
Unfortunately, no.
Ya ves? Okay. But reach out next week.
Yeah, there's no COVID in Vegas, so tell her.
People are gonna be so mad about that comment.
And we don't require masks at our party.
It's a choice. Everything is a choice. People, let people die if they want to die. Bye. Steph? No puedo ver. It's because it's getting dark, right? I'm like getting blinded.
But now the view's better.
Hey, Albert, Syl,
Hey, what's up?
great fan of you.
Brad, what's up, brother?
How are you, brother? Hey, Syl, I want to thank you. I don't want to say it was your happy birthday. Yeah, it's Terry's birthday, that's my girlfriend.
Shut up. Gemini live.
Well, so you guys are gonna come to the party, right?
Happy birthday.
You guys coming to the birthday bash?
Are you guys coming or no? I can't hear him.
He's probably muted.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted. We can't hear you. I think it's your AirPods. So disconnect your Bluetooth. We can't hear you, brother. So let's go to Jomar, and then we'll come back to you.
Why can't we hear him?
I think his AirPods got connected. By the way, I just bought the new AirPods, the AirPods Pro.
What? There, I think he's good. Or Jomar.
Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What's up, brother? Now that's my cool brother from another mother.
What's up, bro? Don't be bang.
Dude, are you're coming to Vegas, right? You're coming to Vegas?
I still haven't said yes or no. I'm just trying to figure it out with the baby
Mm.
and all that. Yeah. But let me tell you, man, since I have the baby, man, like my whole focus has been insane. Like I'm just being like just chasing. I'm making. So I see a lot of focus, which I love it, man. It's like I see my baby, and it's like, wow, man. she will never be in need of anything and all that. But my question that I have for you is like, I also, since we're business owners, man, we're always working,
Yeah.
So I see like for example, my baby is the one that is taking, like basically almost man, basically it's like Syl said last week, it's like full-time job. But,
Full time.
so I don't know. I was even considering maybe, like sales are good. I'm on track to make my 6 million goals, like that you told me last time I saw you. And I might even I was thinking maybe hiring like a part-time nanny or something.
Totally.
Let me answer that. Jomar, so let me tell you something. If you can afford a nanny, I know not a lot of people can. And those people, I'm like bowing down to all those moms, because being at home is a full-time job and nobody realizes that you're picking up after little humans. You are communicating with little humans with a lot of emotions. They need something every second of every minute of every goddamn, I don't even know how to explain it. So if she needs anything, have her call me like directly. I can help her because I've been through everything and I've had help. And there have been moments where I'm just like, what the F? Like, I just want to,
and by the way, like Jomar's part of my coaching program. So like, you got my number, dude. You just text Syl and connect her with your wife and they'll talk.
1000%. If you can hire, if it can be like a professional, even better. See, I went the route of like hiring family because I was like, oh, I pay them, of course, always, because I don't like people doing me favors, because then they're like, oh, I'm doing this for free. Like, I don't need favors. I work really hard to not have anybody do me a favor unless I really need a favor, right? So you have no control when people are doing things for free for you. Now, if you're paying them, it's a job. Therefore, you have certain things that need to be accomplished. There are certain responsibilities and things that are expected of you, right? So if I was you, I would hire at least 3 times a week, because guess what? Moms want to take a shower alone. Once you have kids, you can't poop, you can't pee, you can't take showers alone. There is nothing that you can do alone. I go to the bathroom for 1 second. Itale's like, Mommy, are you in there? And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, yes, I'm in here. I just went in here. Like, I want to be in here by myself. Right? Because I have a husband, I have a lot of things going on, and they're just little humans that love you and depend on you. But if you have somebody else, like his mom is amazing. She has been in the school industry, right? Children's Institute. It's for kids, from kids that have issues, problems, low income families, which is amazing. And I'm like, kids that have a lot of problems.
Because they do activities with the kids. So it's
so
really important.
cute.
You have to keep your kids' activities,
Yeah.
because what happens is when you're a kid, like always remember when you were a kid, you weren't scared of anything. When you were a kid, you wanted a Ferrari. When you were a kid, you believed you could do anything. And why? Because you were always learning. Every day you were learning, which is something that I do. For those of you that are watching this, maybe you're new to me, I do 5 hours of self-improvement a day. Kids are doing self-improvement all day.
Yeah,
Because they're
all
figuring
day,
out things
all
like,
day,
oh,
all day.
I learned how to walk. Oh, I learned how to run. Oh, I learned how to read. So they're always learning.
Yeah.
So go back to being a kid. And that's why I do 5 hours of self-improvement a day, because I want to get better every day. And like going back to the 1 year, like listen to this. And I'm like, Syl's probably going to give me the look again. But every year that passes, you should think about your last year, and you should be, I can't believe how dumb I was last year. What a dumbass I was last year, because you improved so much. A kid is born, and a year later, she walks. So a kid that's walking, I guarantee you that he's probably thinking like, I can't believe that when I was born, I couldn't even walk. So like a year later, if you didn't improve so much from the year before, then you're in trouble. So that's why I always do self-improvement.
And Jomar, ask her how she feels, how she's doing. Remember that the first time you have a kid is a lot different than
and women
the second
are a little
time.
bit emotional too.
So are
right?
men. So are men.
No, but
women
when
are
the baby's
emotional.
born.
The thing is that everybody's different. See, I'm too busy to be like, oh shit. Even though, like when Berlin was like 5 months, I just had to like cry in my room for like an hour or in the shower, just because I needed to like You know, it's like people that
And-
need from you every freaking second of your life, and it's okay. It's okay.
And Jomar, also,
I could tell she's overwhelmed. That's what I mean. I could tell she's overwhelmed.
But have her call me because I have all the tips. I have all the tricks. I can help her.
You know, because like a normal guy who would be working 8 to 5 and then he'd be home on the Saturday and Sunday would be home. But I'm always working. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so
I get it.
I want to be on first, but I think I should hire some help so that way at least you have some relief and you know.
Also, if I can add, like me and Albert, when we had Italia, like she goes with us everywhere.
that's what I was gonna say.
I don't change my life for my kids because one day my kids are gonna leave me. So I don't sacrifice anything. Like I would, you can ask him. I would literally, he'd be out of town for a weekend or something, and we normally go with him, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stay behind. It's okay. He doesn't like to leave us just in case, but sometimes I know I have the better judgment, and I'm like, we're gonna stay behind. I'm not trying to do all of that. You're gonna be back in 2 days. I'll see you when you get back. And I would literally come down from my house because we used to live behind the office when we had Italia, and I would go have like dinner, a drink or two, obviously, because you're nursing with my friends, and then just go back home. And it was okay because your kids have to adjust to your life. People want to change their life for their kids, and it shouldn't be like that because that's what throws people off. And then they're like, oh my God, like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, you have to make some adjustments, but they have to adjust to your life, you know, and maybe I can coach her in that sense. And maybe, hey, on the weekends, you can take her to your office. Italia used to come to our office all the time. Berlin, not so much because we have so much going on. And Italia's already 3. She goes to the office, distracts everyone. Everybody loves her. So it's different when you have 2. When you have 1, you can literally just take the baby and incorporate it into your life. Even if she doesn't work or whatever.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna tell you. Like, take your wife and your daughter, take them to your office because you have your own office.
Yeah.
So just take them to your office with you, and then that way they could be there. They're part of you, and they see you working. And then maybe leave a little bit earlier once in a while and take them to dinner or things like that. But that's what we did with Italia. We used to take her to the office like 2 times, 3 times a week, maybe sometimes all week sometimes, because we were in the office all day. And she was little. She was like 3 months or 2 months, and she was laying there in the table.
Yeah. So, but have her call me, Jomar.
My
I'll-
lady, she had 2 kids before, so, you know, so there's an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old plus the newborn. So man, there's a lot on her plate.
Yeah, hire somebody for sure. Like, for sure.
So I definitely think that would be a great investment, you know, and that way, you know, she'd be more, you know, go help me out a little bit up here and some things in the business, but also like for her to be more relaxed because, you know, it's not, I'm always working. It's not, we're not normal out there. You know?
And then Jomar, one thing that an old mentor told me once was your kids are lucky to have you as their father because you're such a hard worker and you're providing a better future for them and you're protecting them. So you shouldn't feel bad if you don't see them that much or if you're working a lot because like what Syl said, reality is reality is one day they're going to leave, she's going to get married and they might not remember you. Maybe they do, maybe they love you, maybe they forget about you. So always put yourself first and your wife because you are the people that are going to make their life better. You're working your ass for them. So they are lucky to have you, not you are lucky to have them. So always remember that.
Both.
You always remember that. Well, this is what my mentor told me in the previous one. So maybe.
So you're not lucky to have Italia? Do you love her?
I love her, but I understand that maybe one day she leaves me and I'm going to stay with you.
He made that sound really bad. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, Jomar, if she needs to talk to me, I'd be happy to talk to her. And I get it. I mean, men, it's like you guys get up, you go, you don't see all this stuff. And not all men, not the single dads, because they know what it's about. And it is a full-time job. I'm literally cleaning rice off the floor 5 times a day. And all her, it's like crazy.
Yeah, but when I wake up at 2 a.m., I'm cleaning everything that you left at midnight.
If I had wine, I would throw it at you. But anyway, okay, Jomar.
All right, love
Bye.
you too, bro. So hopefully I see you in Vegas.
But
So-
if not, it's okay. We get it.
all right, guys. So we kind of went like 20 minutes extra, but we got to close it out.
What about our other friend? He had a question.
Is the other guy still on? Because I don't want to leave him out.
He was
The
so
one
cute,
that got
but his
disconnected.
AirPod was not
Maybe we
working.
can put him really quick and we'll end it.
Yeah,
I
but we
don't
love
wanna-
you
I
guys.
don't wanna-
And remember, you get what you give. You get what you give. And hate doesn't make anything better. So many people are so mean and so confused.
Yeah, guys. And if I could close it out, if you could put him
He's
on.
gone?
Give me. I'll give you a minute to see if you could find him. But to close it out, guys, Vegas this Saturday is going to be our birthday bash. Mastermind is from 5 to 7:30. It's gonna be like she's excited about the party.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the mastermind because
I'm excited about both.
I have so much like information planned in less than 3 hours. Brad's gonna be there, but I have like I'm gonna share with you guys like my like a lot of my principles. One of them is my 10-minute rule that I incorporated this morning and I did it.
You've
And, like,
been doing
and,
that
like,
forever.
Every day I have the same morning routine. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit, but every day I do the things that I hate. I don't like I like self-improvement, but doing self-improvement as you're lifting heavy weights is not the funnest thing. I'd rather be like listening to nice music, being pumped up. But I listen to self-improvement because I want to get better. I do my workouts. I go up and down the stairs like you have no idea. But also like if you have a business and you have employees, maybe you have one employee, maybe you have 5 or 10 or
There's
20
no more
or
wine,
40.
Steph.
And I'm
Yeah,
going
no,
to talk about how I learned how to like I keep saying like a lot. I think I'm like, but like employees.
Ya le pegó.
Yeah, because you say that a lot. So I'm not gonna say that anymore. Practice makes better. You gotta sometimes slow down a little bit. But employees, how do you become a better leader for your employees? How do you assign roles? Because it's very important to assign the right roles
For
to
the
the
right
right employees. Okay, and some like let's say you have 5 employees or 10. Sometimes you make the mistake that you think that you give an employee certain roles and then you give everybody the wrong roles and your revenue starts going down and everybody's more stressed out, and it's because you gave them the wrong roles.
Yeah.
You didn't ask and you didn't study and analyze who out of those 10 people, what are their strengths and weaknesses. That way
Yeah.
you could design
We're
those
all good
roles
at something.
for different people.
Right? Everybody's good at something.
So everybody is great at something. I always believe that.
Great.
Everybody is great at something. So I'm going to talk about those things. I'm going to talk about as a CEO, if you're a CEO, if you're an owner of the company, how do you build momentum for your company? Because that's what we did here. We built momentum.
You cast
And
a vision.
And how do you cast a vision?
Yeah.
Like, how do you cast a vision? Everything I say I do, that I'm going to do, I do.
Yeah.
So you have to cast visions. You have to tell the world, this is what I'm going to do. How do you build and develop leaders? Because that's very important. If I don't build and develop leaders, we're not closing hundreds of deals a month. Okay? We're not closing 10s, 20s. Like our biggest closing day was last Friday. And today we had
A bigger one?
probably our second one, our second biggest closing day. We had our biggest closing day the last day of May, which I think it was the 29th, because weekends you can't close deals for real estate and
Tell them
mortgage.
what we did with everybody.
We took them out and we rented out a whole sushi restaurant and spent $1,000 plus and had a blast.
stupid.
And then we drove the car there to put music on. But unrefundable minutes. I learned from a mentor. Unrefundable minutes. That means when you have a daughter, when you have a little son, when you have a baby, every minute counts more now. Every minute counts more, because now you don't have those 3 hours to be at the bar. Now you don't have those 3 hours to watch the Laker game. Now you have those 3 hours or 2 hours maybe to work more and to spend an hour with your baby because you love your baby. So unrefundable minutes.
Where's Italia?
How do you super stack your day? Like every day has to be stacked. Like
Can I say something before we get off?
2 days ago, I got really upset at Steph because she had nothing in my calendar. I'm like, what's up with that? Like, it's a Thursday. Why don't I have anything on my calendar?
Steph,
Nothing.
defend yourself.
Nothing.
'Cause
So, and I'm like, what am I going to do? Nothing on the calendar. So what am I supposed to do? So like all of this stuff, like so much more stuff. I could go on and on, but Syl wants to say
to close it out for you
farewell
guys.
message.
Yes, a
But
farewell.
if you guys are going June 6th, this Saturday, Bradley's going to be there at 5 p.m. We rented out this $25 million penthouse. We're so excited. We have, I think it's 12,000 square foot, just the outside patio. We're going to have dancers. Yeah. We're going to have, we have an outside jacuzzi. We have unlimited liquor. We have, but before that, we're gonna mastermind. I'm more excited about the mastermind, but I can't wait to see you guys this Saturday. Anybody that subscribes to Driven Academy, if you're not, because I think all of you are, is gonna be invited to the mastermind, to the party, and we're gonna be all weekend there in Vegas. We're maybe, I don't know what we're taking, if the Rolls or the Ferrari, but we're driving over there. So,
oh God.
Having said that, guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If I missed any of your questions or anything, send me a DM. I'll be answering messages for the next hour or so. And then Syl wants to say a farewell message. And thank you, Syl, for being such a good sport this time.
Miren, he gives me some credit. Thank you. I give myself credit every day. But anyway, so I just want to let you guys know that the most important thing is that you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust your instinct. You have to ignore the haters. Excuse my broken nails. Literally, I need a nail person.
Nobody pays attention to that.
Yes, girls do. You don't like my nails when they're done? I had boy nails forever.
You know what I like.
So anyway, guys, trust yourself. Ignore people that are just naysayers, you know, believe in yourself and never give up. Like, just go all in. Be willing to do whatever it takes. I see so much wasted talent. It makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. Because you get what you give, and people are like, no. And it's very easy to pull the victim card. It's so easy. That is the easy way out. And you can't allow yourself to do that because it becomes a habit, you know, and do the things you don't want to do. And I always tell people this, and it makes me sad because I hire people and I'm like, yeah, they're going to be badass. Very few are badass. And then some of them just decline. So anyway, we love you guys. Make it happen. And if I can't wait to see you in Vegas.
We'll see you in Vegas. And remember, momentum. Make sure
Write it out.
that if you're riding on some momentum right now, don't lose it. Don't lose this momentum, because momentum is a combination of small wins. If you want to get that momentum, make some small wins. They'll add. Because remember, the championship teams, you know who wins the championships? NBA, hockey, baseball. The team that has momentum. Yeah. Not the team with the greatest player. The team with the best team. The team with a combination of different people doing different roles that gain momentum and work as a team. And then that team that's hot, those are the teams that win the championship, and they beat the team with the best player. Yeah. Because as a team, as a we, they build that momentum together and they win that championship. So guys, thank you. Appreciate you. And we'll see you at the party if you're going to be there.
Bye, guys.